Saint Bernardina, San Bernardino, excuse me, Al Ossa is a church in Milan, northern Italy, best known for its ossuary, a small side chapel decorated with numerous human skulls and bones. In 1210, when an adjacent cemetery ran out of space, a room was built to hold bones. A church was attached in 1269. Renovated in 1679, it was destroyed by a fire in 1712. A new, bigger church was then attached to the older one and dedicated to Saint Bernardino of Siena. The church's origin date starts, excuse me, the church's origin dates to 1145 when a hospital and a cemetery were built in front of the Basilica, Basilica of Santo Stefano Maggiore. In 1210, a chamber was built to house bones from the cemetery, next to which a church was built in 1269. It was restored for the first time in 1679 by Giovanni Andrea Biffi, who modified the facade and decorated the walls of the ossuary with human skulls and tibia. What is it? What is tibia? Tibia.
I have no clue.
Look it up. I long bone of the lower leg. Oh, okay. Tibia, long bone of
Oh,
the
the
lower
tibia. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, the tibia. Sorry.
No, it's all good. They spelled it differently. The church was destroyed in 1712. It was replaced by a new edifice designed by Carlo Giuseppe Merlo, featuring a central plan and larger size, reflecting the increasing popularity of the ossuary. The new church, connected to the former one by an ambulatory, was dedicated to Saint Bernardino of Siena.
That's
And
something
then
else.
the facade was completed in 1776. It's so funny that everything ended when we signed this Declaration of quote unquote independence. Everything happened in 1776 with all of these different churches. 1776 is a focal point, and I just every time I hear it, the first thing I think about is them signing the Declaration of Independence. That's extremely interesting.
It is interesting, and this makes the second time.
And
And
for third, I think it's the third, the first one too. The yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of these that are just 1776 is just like the year. It's wild.
a lot of them could have, like, decided to move off to the United States to get away from oppression and stuff.
Or to do it in discretion. The interior has an octagonal plan, which would explain why there's underground passages that lead to these places. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. The interior has an octagonal plan with Baroque style decorations. The several chapels have paintings from the 16th to 18th century through 18th centuries. The ossuary's vaults was frescoed in 1695 by Sebastiano Ricci with a trumpet to triumph of souls and flying angels, while in the pendentives are portrayed the Holy Virgin, Saint Ambrose, Saint Sebastian, and Saint Bernardino of Siena. Niches and doors are decorated with bones in Rococo style. In 1738, King John V of Portugal, which is 20, right? King
Yeah.
John of Portugal was so struck, of 20 of Portugal, was so struck by the chapel that had a very similar one built at Ever near Lisbon.
Near Lisbon.
Lisbon, yeah, Lisbon.
I've,
Oh,
I
this one's
heard of.
pretty at the top.
That's a lot of it.
Oh,
Like,
Sistine Chapel.
a lot of this stuff that they're showing is like really beautiful, even though they're made out of freaking skulls. I mean, that's the most amazing part about it is these are beautiful chapels.
And that's creative in itself, even though it seems a little different and strange to have
A little different.
bones. Yeah, just a little different
Just
to
a little
decorate your
different.
Decorate your sanctuary with the
You want
bones,
me to
but I guess
wash your bones and freaking throw them in a pile and shit?
no.
Just
If you wash my if you're gonna do me, you make sure you put them in a chandelier. My bones aren't going in a pile. You put me up on the chandelier for everyone to see. Oh, that's Karma.
yeah,
Make sure
she's
everyone
up there
knows.
somewhere. I
It'd
got
be the
her.
biggest lamp you've had for the head, the skull.
Make your
Yeah.
skull the center stone, the
Yes,
centerpiece.
definitely. Put diamonds in my eyes so they shine like
Yeah.
ting. Yeah.
uh, all right, so.
You wanted this. I'll be coming back and haunting you every single day. Every time you eat dinner, you're like, you asked for this.
Now this next one, it has a poem in it. I can read it. It's short, but if you
Okay.
want to read it, you can do it.
I'll go ahead.
You want me to?
Hmm.
Okay. Now this poem has got weird words and stuff, but I think that the interpretation is on the right side, so I can.
Hold on. Are you screen sharing it? Let me see.
I'm
Yeah.
getting ready to do it now. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh, my Ditsy still has the chat up.
I'll put the chat, or I'll put the link in the chat too if you want it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. This one is
Oh, wow.
Capella de Osos,
Yeah.
and
Capella dos Osos.
it's
Chapel of Bones.
Chapel Bones. Chapel of
Chapel of
Bones.
Bones. No.
Chapel
Oh, hey.
Bones.
I didn't mean to say it out loud. I gotta keep my thoughts to myself. Just go.
Capella dos Osos.
Capella dos Osos. No.
English Chapel of Bones is one of the best known monuments in Evora, Portugal. It is a small interior chapel located next to the entrance of the Church of Saint Francis. The chapel gets its name because the interior walls are covered and decorated with human skulls and bones.
Look at this pretty picture at the top.
Mhm.
Go ahead. I apologize. This picture is beautiful.
The Capella dos Esos was built by Franciscan friars. It is a church of bones, and an estimated 5,000 corpses were exhumed to decorate the walls of the chapel. The bones, which came from ordinary people who were buried in Evoros's medieval cemeteries, were arranged by the Franciscans in a variety of patterns. The chapel is formed by three spans, 18.7 meters or 61.4 foot long and 11 meters 36 foot wide. Light enters through three small openings on the left. Its walls and 8 pillars are decorated in carefully arranged bones and skulls held together by cement. The ceiling is made of white painted brick and is painted with death motifs. The number of skeletons of friars was calculated to be about 5,000, coming from the cemeteries that were situated inside several dozen churches. Some of these skulls have been scribbled with graffiti. 2 desiccated corpses, one of which is a child, are in glass display cases, and at the roof of chapel the phrase Melior est die mortis die nativitas, better is the day of death than the day of birth. Ecclesiastics 7:1 from Vulgate is written.
Yeah.
Inside the Capella des Osas, a poem about the need to reflect on one's existence, hangs in an old wooden frame on one of the pillars. It is attributed to Friar Antonio de Ascao Talis, parish priest of the village of Sao Pedro, wherever the Church of St. Francis, with its Capello dos Osos, was erected from 1845 to 1848. And the poem is, "Where are you going in such a hurry, traveler? Pause. Do not advance your travel. You have no greater concern than this one, that which is now before your eyes. Recall how many have passed from this world. Reflect on your similar end. There is good reason to do so, if only all did the same. Ponder, you so influenced by fate, among the many concerns of the world, so little do you reflect on death. If by chance you glance at this place, stop, for the sake of your journey. The longer you pause, the further on your journey will be."
Yes,
Wait,
that's so true.
Padre Antonio de Ascio, translated by Father Carlos A. Martin. So,
I
I'll,
think it's funny that they tell you that the longer you stop, the further you go. Because everybody nowadays is like rush, 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 grind, 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 hustle, 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 and they think that takes you further. But like this is like old school telling you the longer you pause, the further you go. And it's just I got told that directly through connection to source, and it's just lit. I don't know. That's just lit. Ah, I was right.
makes you
Um,
open up.
Man, I wish people would do the same thing. This world would be so much less shocked to shit. But anyway, it is what it is, right? Save who wants to be saved and let the rest kill themselves. Homicide at that point, no longer homicide.
I think there's a desecrated baby that they were talking about. That's on
And
here.
then, did you notice this has no year? That's what I was gonna say. This place has no year, and then it talks about how these bodies were dug up just to build this. Like
Yeah,
yeah. See, something's not right here, and this
and
is as
it
early as 2006.
it was decoration. Like there was no freaking overwhelming amount of bodies or nothing. They just decided,
Just felt
hey,
like
we got to compete.
Yeah, it just felt like digging up somebody. Hey, come on, let's just dig up some bodies and make us a church, like
You hear
or
what
something
them
that looks like
bohemian? You hear what those bohemians did?
it. Girl, we gonna keep. We gonna have to, man. We gonna have to dig. How many bodies you said they had? They had 2,500. Oh, we gonna get us 5,000 bodies, and then we gonna go ahead and make ours way bigger and way more extravagant. Like people
You got that right.
crazy.
You got
Like
that right.
it's like no need for it, no reason, no cause. It just felt like
Oh
building a
my
church.
god.
That's probably the sickest one. Wow, look at this. But look at how look. But look at listen. But look at how planned architecture comes out compared to the unplanned. Now this is actually kind of dope. Like they probably had a blueprint for it and everything, and like it
Uh-huh.
shows.
Did you
It
see?
shows. It
Did you
shows.
see this picture I'm showing?
That's what I was talking about. This person in a glass case. Then you
Uh-huh.
have, but look at the walls on the bottom of it. Is that marble? What is these velvet? But I mean, like, and then those are all
Yeah.
bones in the middle.
Now that
That's so
that
cool.
blue might be lapis lazuli,
Oh, let me
which
see.
is weird because people have been using lapis lazuli for a long time, and it always goes back to something spiritual.
Hmm.
Always. I
Lapis
mean,
lazuli, let me put this up
in the
there.
color blue, period. I mean, like the walls of Babylon weren't lapis lazuli because it's expensive, but they made it to where it looked really, really close to it. You know what I mean? So, for the longest time, people did think it was made out of lapis lazuli.
Lapis lazuli, there it is. Lapis lazuli in ancient Egypt. Lapis lazuli was a favorite stone for amulets and ornaments. Okay, I was just wow. Look how pretty it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man, look how beautiful. You can buy this. Oh wow, I'm gonna get me some. They have crystals of lapis lazuli. How do I get some? I have so many
You
crystals. I
can
wonder if I
buy
have
them.
any in my jar.